Hello and welcome to the Bullring. I'm Alan Dietz along with Jess Ballard. Our show today presented by our friends with Race Face Digital. And Jess, we have got a great show for everybody.
Yes.
Big time preview for the ASA Stars National Tour race at Madison. We'll hear from Joe Balash, Johnny Sauter, and Luke Fenhaus on that. Also going to hear from Toby Christie and Jake Finch after his big park win at Dover.
Which was so exciting.
Now for the highlights.
That's your job.
This is the highlight of this past weekend on Racing America.
You're right. Did we have a single race?
They all got rained out. But you know what we do have for you? We talked to some drivers earlier this year about this new ASA Stars National Tour. We got their thoughts, and here's what they had to say.
I know there's been a lot of works, a lot of different people, talked about it over the years, and I think it's great. It's what short track racing needs. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it brings some new sponsors in with some TV stuff and new drivers. Just someone that wants to go racing, these young kids coming up, and give them a place to call home and learn and get experience to move on to the next level. So then you got guys that come down with the cup deal too, and race with us as well. So I think it's great. We're going to do, as many races as we can, and look forward to running, up and down the country, I guess.
The Wisconsin races are close enough for me, so, but we've got a lot of things up in the air right now. We're working on trying to get it all figured out. So hopefully we run more. It'd be great if we could run all of them, but I think it's great. I think short track racing needs a national tour like that, and there's a lot of good short track teams. I mean, this is phenomenal. Obviously I get the best of both worlds. I get to come down here and play a little bit with Richie and obviously back home. So short track racing is strong. I mean, cars are competitive, great equipment. Everywhere I look, it's like, damn, they got nice stuff. So it's going to make me try to step up my game too, just even with my own stuff. So I think it's strong, as strong as it's been in a long time. And to have a national tour is going to be great for it all.
Definitely a lot of popular and really good drivers came from it. I'm excited to run the series, and I'm excited they brought it back.
Yeah, if someone's able to make all of them, it means a lot to be able to race against other people throughout the country. Here in the Southeast, we kind of race against the same people all the time. So anytime you can go against other people that travel, and you travel to their territory, then they come to our territory. So anytime you get some wins in different territories, it's always good for self-esteem, confidence, all the above. So looking forward to what the season comes.
A couple of things are different with the rules. The 4 barrels, we don't get on 4 barrels a lot, only when we come down here. So we're struggling here early on in the week, but we're definitely making gains. This is good practice for back at home when we run the ASA up there, because we'll be on 4 barrels. So be able to build a notebook quite a bit down here to help us back at our home tracks when the ASA comes up there.
Eddie Mercer used to race back in the ASA series along with Jeff Purvis, which his scheme is kind of like his old scheme. A lot of people have noticed as well. And my dad owning a car in the ASA series, and Johnny being my crew chief, he was the crew chief for Purvis in the ASA series. So I've heard a lot about the ASA series for a while. So it's pretty cool to have that windshield banner with the ASA and kind of be associated with it. So it's a historic thing, and it's cool. And especially to go to North Wilkesboro and stuff like that's been a cool experience as well.
And I'll tell you, those drivers have been excited about this really ever since it was rumored a couple of years ago. All of a sudden, we're here. I think a lot of people expected a big car count at Five Flags, because of the Snowball Derby. But, man, over 40 cars for Madison right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I know there's been a lot of different opinions on how the season's gone so far, but people care so much, and that's what's important. And I think this entry list is a testament to what we all want to see, which is truly a national tour with all the names that you want to see at the same place on the same weekend. And I think we're getting somewhere.
Yep, and you'll be able to see it Sunday if you're in Madison, Wisconsin. If not, you can watch here on Racing America. When we come back, we're going to talk to Joe Balash of the ASA as he gets ready for this big weekend.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
National Super Late Model Racing returns to MIS Sunday afternoon, May 7th for the Joe Shear Classic 200. See the ASA Stars National Tour for the first time ever on Wisconsin's fastest half mile, racing for $15,000 to win, plus Midwest trucks. Get advanced discount tickets at MISRacing.com. ASA Stars National Tour plus Midwest trucks. It's the Joe Shear Classic 200, the biggest race of the year. Sunday afternoon, May 7th. First race 2 o'clock. Madison International Speedway. Don't miss it.
SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
Hey, I'm Ricky Fenhaus Jr., your 2023 Daytona 500 champion, and you're watching Racing America.
Glad to have you back here with us on the Bullring, presented by our friends with Raceface Digital. And our first guest today, he's been busy, but he's going to be really busy this weekend. And that is Joe Balash with the ASA Stars National Tour and Track Enterprises. Joe, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
Well, a big weekend coming up here at Madison. Series heads north for the first time, heads to the Midwest for the first time, and just based on the car count right now, over 40 cars, you got to be thrilled with where things are headed going into Madison this weekend.
We are. We're very happy. We've got, I believe, 41 cars on the entry list right now. Very solid field of super late model cars. So looking forward to the weekend.
I feel like this entry list has all of those names that you would expect in a national tour, and it's kind of a testament to, you know, all of this coming together. Now we're finally doing it. We have this national tour where we're bringing all these different series, and of course you got a lot of the Midwest guys, but you got a lot of guys from the South, from CRA, and it's everyone that you expect to be at a big national event.
Yeah, we're very happy. You know, this has been a tremendous lift to put this national tour together with 10 races in such a short period of time. I have to thank everybody in the background that's been working to pull this together. But yeah, I think it's a testament to you know, my boss Bob Sargent and the vision that he has, and the work that everybody's done to pull this together.
Of course, we want you to get out to Madison this weekend, but if you can't make it there in person, you'll be able to watch it here on Racing America. And I'm glad you brought that up, Joe, because, you know, we know the background of it, but I just don't think people understand what an undertaking this has been in really and honestly a much shorter period of time than I think people realize.
Yeah, so if you could ever sit on the pit wall with 3 drivers and ask them for input and then try to get the same answer from the 3 drivers on any specific topic, you know, that would be challenging. But we're actually working with 3 series and trying to pull 3 series together to make this one national tour. So there's been a lot of give and take to get to the point where we are right now.
For sure, a lot of opinions, and you have these drivers that are from all corners of the country, and we know that a Florida late model racer does not have the same opinions as someone from Wisconsin, and it's kind of funny in that way. Madison is such a beautiful track, and I was so excited to see Madison on the schedule because it's just a fun racetrack for people to go visit. It puts on great racing. So I'm sure you guys are really looking forward to showing up there.
We are. With my background with the original ASA series, we raced it at Madison, and it is a very competitive racetrack. And you've got there's some special nuances you have to get your way around the track, but once you figure it out, you can be really, really good. The viewing is great for the race fans. I think our forecast is looking good for the weekend. So I think, everybody should either come out and see us or tune in on Racing America.
And of course, Joe Shear is one of those names that goes back to the original ASA, and fitting that this race honors him. After Five Flags, what have you been able to analyze since then? And is there anything going to be different heading to Madison this weekend?
Well, Five Flags, our first event, there were some learning experiences. We had a couple of particular rules that were kind of built in that caused some additional cautions. And we've taken the opportunity to move that out. So there still will be a stage break race. We actually have a sponsor that has stepped up now that'll pay $1,000 to the winner of the first two stage breaks at the race, which is really cool. Go Fast Racing has stepped up with a pole award, which is also really cool. But yeah, we made some slight adjustments to the procedures to help smooth out some of those additional cautions we had at Five Flags.
What kind of interest are you seeing in the North Wilkesboro race? I know back in August, for the Southern Super Series and for the Cars Tour, they were limited on how many cars because of tires and all that sort of thing. As far as I know, there's none of those limitations this go around, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We seem to have a really good tire supply from our partners at Hoosier. I think that the entries are pretty strong. We're 36, 38 cars right now.
Wow.
For our division. The track was nice enough to completely repave the infield, and I think with our partners with cars and with ourselves, we will have a very full paddock when people get to the racetrack.
Yeah, I anticipate some pretty big crowds for these late model races that might end up surprising some people. Joe, I appreciate you joining us. We can't wait to watch this weekend in Madison. Best of luck, and I know we'll be talking again here soon.
Yeah, thank you very much, and we appreciate what you do for us. Thank you.
All right, that's Joe Balash with the ASA Stars National Tour, and as I said, they'll be at Madison this weekend, and you'll be able to watch. One of the drivers you'll be able to watch, one of Wisconsin's favorite sons, that's Johnny Sauter. He's going to be here with us next.
Ready to take your brand to the next level? At Victory Lane Design, we can help. If you are looking for a professional website, cutting-edge logo, a hero card that separates you from the pack, or video production to keep you connected with your fans, then check out VictoryLaneDesign.com, where winning counts. 5-Star Bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-Star.
It is difficult. The green flag flies. We're underway in Milwaukee. Green flag back up. Milwaukee mile.
Putting on a good show, Hart.
That's right. And he's fighting again here tonight at the Milwaukee mile, right?
So I flipped a lot in quarter midgets just because that's what it's going to be. That's just what they are. I flipped over one time in a super late model, and it was in Concord when they used to race out there. And I was probably 17, 18 at the time. And it wasn't like a barrel rollover. It was like a slow, there was a wreck in front of me and we're creeping through there and I kind of like climbed a guy's tire and it was a slow turnover going 10 mile an hour. And that was just like are you kidding me? This happened? Like, you know, you don't expect to end up on your roof creeping through a wreck and just the way it happened. So it stunk at the time, but looking back on it now, it's like, man, that was the most anticlimactic rollover I've ever had.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by Raceface Digital. Alan and Jess here with you this afternoon, and we always love when guys return to their roots. Yeah. And what better than seeing a Sauter in an ASA race at Wisconsin, and we're going to see it this weekend. Our guest, Johnny Sauter. And Johnny, you were just telling us you're actually down in Texas now, getting ready for the truck race, so you got a busy couple of days coming up here.
Nah, for sure. We're down here in Houston and going to run for the Roper brothers, Corey Roper racing at Kansas and maybe some other truck races. So we'll run that Saturday and then hightail to the airport and try to get back up to Madison to run on Sunday. So be a busy weekend.
I haven't checked the schedule yet for Madison, but are you going to miss practice and qualifying or any of that stuff?
To be honest with you, I haven't checked the schedule either. So
this is a really well-informed show we got going here today.
I'm gonna miss all day Saturday practice for sure. So, but you know, luckily for me, that racetrack's only about 30 minutes from my house. So I was able to go down there this last Saturday, and shake down for a couple hours, kind of dodge the raindrops a little bit. So I got out 2-3 times. So it should be all right. I mean, I felt comfortable and you know, who knows what people are going to run for speeds, but we'll chase that Sunday.
I think you have got a super unique perspective on this deal. Obviously, having grown up in the original ASA with your dad, and then I think when Jay got there, it had kind of gone through a transition. And when you got there, they were doing some different things with spec motors and stuff like that. And now we get this new iteration. How important is it, do you think, for there to be a national tour and be under this ASA banner?
Well, I think it's great. I mean, you know, obviously short track racing is, you know, what I grew up doing and you know, it's number one in my heart, so to speak. So having said that, I think it's great to have a national tour again. I think a lot of people, you know, I hear from race fans all the time across the country. I wish we could get something like ASA back. I wish we could do something like that. So to finally have that and to be able to bring that to people is great. So, you know, like I said, I love short track racing just as much as anything I've done throughout my career. So, you know, I look forward to being able to run a couple of those races and try to have some fun and win a couple of them. That'd be great.
Well, we know you didn't check the schedule, but did you check the entry list? I mean, we just talked to
41
Joe. 41 cars entered for this event. And to me, that is what people were wanting when we saw the announcement of the return of ASA in a national tour.
Yeah, I was shocked when they told me how many cars were entered. So, and that's great. That's what you want to see. You want to see some guys from the South. You want to see some guys from the North and all over the country, really. So, you know, I can't think of a better venue than Madison to have that type of event. That's a cool racetrack. And, you know, you talk about ASA. I can remember going to Capital. It was called Capital Speedway back in 1984. My dad won the ASA race. Him and Trickle ran door to door for forever. So, I was sitting in the grandstands that night. I think I was 6-7 years old. So that's how long I go back with ASA racing and to bring it to this venue or Madison Speedway. That's it means a lot to me. So like I said, it's a home game close to home, and you know, I've been there a million times, so I'm looking forward to it.
Again, being in the unique position that you're in, you know, I think when your dad was running ASA and into the 90s, the series was really strong. by the time you had gotten to the Busch series, then it started having some issues and some problems. What do you think some of the pitfalls are, and just some of the things that you hope the officials are aware of that maybe they need to look out for?
Yeah, I don't really know the history of how it, failed the first time, or a lot of the ins and outs. And I don't think anybody really does. I think you can speculate a lot, but, for me, I look at things maybe a little differently, because I'm still from the old school where I build my own cars, do my own thing, haul the race car to the racetrack, and, drive it, crew chief it, work on it, whatever it takes. So, but, ultimately, I think anything in racing nowadays, the biggest thing we have to look at is the cost. I mean, that's what ultimately makes things work and not work. So, there's still people wanting to race. There's still people wanting to help out. There's people that are still genuinely interested in racing. So that's all there. It's just, the one thing I think we got to keep our thumb on is the cost.
Now, I know last year, and my memory fails me sometimes, but if I'm not mistaken, when we had some coverage from State Park last year, there's another generation of Sauters coming along, right? That's in racing.
Yeah, my little boy. So we running some Bandolero stuff, and we're in the process of building him what they call a limited late model up by us. So, just looking forward to that. I had a lot of fun racing a lot with him last summer, and we've been working on his stuff here the last couple of weeks. So, he enjoys it, works hard. So I'm going to teach him the way that I kind of grew up, just having to know the ins and outs and how the car works and understand how to put it together and all those kinds of those things. So we can play hockey all winter and we can race during the summer. So it works out pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's in his blood, that's for sure. Well, good luck this weekend in the Truck Series racing at Madison. I know it's a busy time, but got a lot of fans out there, and I thank you for taking a little bit of time with us today.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, and look forward to seeing everybody this weekend.
Yep, that's Johnny Sauter. Again, you'll be able to see him in the trucks, and you'll be able to see him here on Racing America at Madison. When we come back, we're going to look back at the Cup race at Dover, catch up with Toby Christie, and get all his thoughts on what's going on in the world of the NASCAR Cup Series.
National Super Late Model Racing returns to MIS Sunday afternoon, May 7th for the Joe Shear Classic 200. See the ASA Stars National Tour for the first time ever on Wisconsin's fastest half mile, racing for $15,000 to win, plus Midwest trucks. Get advanced discount tickets at MISRacing.com. ASA Stars National Tour plus Midwest trucks. It's the Joe Shear Classic 200, the biggest race of the year. Sunday afternoon, May 7th. First race, 2 o'clock. Madison International Speedway. Don't miss it.
Hey gang, join Scott Hansen, myself, and a host of other drivers on what will be the largest short track party at sea. Sail Eastern Caribbean on the Norwegian Encore January 7th to the 14th of 2024. Enjoy unlimited drinks, a special question and answer session, and have a chance at racing Scott and myself on the go-kart track. Call Mark at Memories Travel at 262-527-1341 or visit mymmtravel.com and click on the link to Bickle's Bon Voyage link for information.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety, providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sports cars drivers. From grassroots to professional racers, HMS Motorsport has over 25 years' experience outfitting drivers with the best gear on the market. Equipped with first-hand product knowledge, our experts are ready to help you select the best harness belts, seats, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. HMS is even the exclusive importer for Schroed belts, Schubert helmets, and Valero base layers. Visit one of our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us online at hmsmotorsport.com, where you can learn the details of our products and order online. Safety starts here.
Hi, I'm Jake Garcia, and you're watching Racing America.
I mean, for me, the biggest moment for him was winning at New Hampshire in '94. It was on national television, TNN back in the day. They had Darrell Waltrip and Buddy Baker, I think, doing the broadcasts with Steve Burns. And, that was, for me, seeing him race at that level and win at New Hampshire, Loudon was crazy. So That was definitely his biggest racing accomplishment that he ever had. But I think for me, just the way he did it with a small team of guys that he grew up with, his buddies, and they just went and racing as a hobby and got pretty far with it, but never had the best equipment, never had the smartest people in the series. He was racing, Busch North back then. There was some good guys and smart guys up there, and I think he did good for what he had. And but to see him win that race on TV like that was really cool for me as a kid. I was 14 years old and had just started racing myself a few years before that, so that was a big deal. And I always knew that someday I wanted to be able to do that too, and that was really something that pushed me to be a racer.
Well, that's what this past week's winner at Dover, Martin Truex Jr., had to say. Not so much about his win, but more about his dad's win up at New Hampshire back in 1994 and how that kind of inspired him to become a race car driver. One of the guys who was following Martin Truex Jr. closely from the media standpoint is with us now, Toby Christie of TobyChristie.com. And, I think we always started out like this. I've seen some really horrible races at Dover. I thought yesterday's, what day was it? Monday's race. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there was a long green flag stretches, but it seemed like the leader never got a huge lead like what we're used to seeing Jimmy Johnson and guys like that in the past do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was a pretty good race, and in the end, we had a pretty good battle for the win before the late race restart happened too, between Chastain and Truex, and it was a really good race all the way through. And I don't think at any point you really knew who was going to win, because you had sustained runs of Byron was dominating for a little bit, and then you had Chastain was pretty good for a little bit, and then you had Truex kind of emerged late. So there were a lot of different guys. People were coming and going throughout the entire day, and I think it was a pretty good race overall.
I put you in the same bucket as our Zach Evans, where you can pull some.
Are you going to call him a nerd like you did Zach on the Cars Tour show?
I'm not. I'm going to be nicer today, where you have a wealth of knowledge and you can pull all kinds of bizarre stats out of nowhere.
Right.
I mean this all as a compliment. Have we ever? Surely we've had brothers win on the same race weekend, right?
We've had brothers win on the same race weekend. I think it's happened, a total of 13 times. So
okay,
and
so several.
And I believe during the race they actually mentioned that the I don't know if it's the only time, but the last time it happened at Dover was Rusty and Mike Wallace back in '94, which I mean that's before you were born.
So it hasn't happened
hard to imagine
in my lifetime.
True.
No.
That wasn't a dumb question.
Yeah, and Rusty and Kenny both have won on the same weekend before. Not both at Dover, but yeah, they've both done that as well.
Yeah. Ross Chastain, so obviously getting a lot of negativity. And I got to tell you from where I watched it, I am a melonhead. I like Ross Chastain. He reminds me a lot of Ernie Irvan back in the early 1990s. It looked to me like there was a misjudgment going down into turn one. And I think the 15 car obviously did not go into that turn as fast as Ross Chastain anticipated that he would, or that he would wash up the racetrack.
I would hope there was a misjudgment, or that meant he was meaning to just send another car like
That's
that. Which
okay
I don't think that people go into it thinking that, but he is pretty aggressive. He's built his career to this point by doing that. And it works well for him. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but more often than not, it ends up in a good result for Ross Chastain. Gets people where they're not sending Christmas cards to him, but if he ends up winning a championship, wins some more races, I don't think he's really too bent out of shape with that.
My dad always told me if you don't have haters, you're not doing it right.
That's right.
So,
by the way, Alan, nice shirt. That thing is really snazzy. Are you dressing to be like a young hipster or something, like a 17-year-old or something?
It really goes with his frames, doesn't
it?
Well,
It does. I like it.
If you want to know the actual truth, my brother-in-law had the band surgery. So basically he got rid of all of his fat clothes, and my sister offered them to me first. So
Oh.
I'm very thankful for his fat clothes that I can wear. But I think it does make me look a little thinner, doesn't it?
You look good, man. I like it.
No,
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
Again, this was all meant with love.
Do you think I look good?
Yes.
Because
I wouldn't tell you if
I don't want, I appreciate it from Toby, but I'd rather hear it from you.
No. I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very
Say
youthful. It's a nice youthful. Let's say it.
Alan,
This is getting weird.
your flannel looks really good today.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
All right, get back to work.
Okay. Anyways, I haven't been following the sport for as long as people like Alan.
Yeah, like as long as we've been alive.
Yeah. So, and Ross has been in. He's one of those drivers that's been in all kinds of different equipment as far as success levels. How many years of him being in the Trackhouse equipment do we stop kind of giving him like, oh, it's a learning curve?
I think we're past learning curve at
Oh,
this point.
okay.
I honestly agree with you there too.
Yeah, no, he's run enough years in any kind of equipment at this point where I don't think anything's a learning curve anymore.
All right. Well, that answers that.
Well, and for youngsters like Jess, I would encourage you, go back when I mentioned Ernie Irvan, look up Ernie Irvan 1990, 91, and 92. Now, granted, he won the Daytona 500 in 1991, and Jess, you wrote that down.
I'm writing it down.
Go look it up and tell me if I'm wrong, especially on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Racing hard, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Dale Earnhardt, early in his career, was the same way, and somewhere along the way, Ross Chastain will be able to temper that. But if I'm Trackhouse, I don't know that I necessarily want him to pull it back, because whatever he's doing has been working.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to say also is NASCAR is releasing the list of 75 greatest drivers in the 75 years of NASCAR currently. And when you look at that list, there's not a whole lot of guys who are nice guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
They're guys that are aggressive. They're guys that take what they want. And
Hey,
that's
Awesome
how
Bill was nice. He was on the 50 greatest.
Yeah, he even got into some scuffles every
He
now
got
and again,
into
though.
a few.
So
He told Earnhardt he weren't going to take it no more.
yeah, that's right. So, I mean, at some point, you've got to do that. If you're going to be a great, you're going to be in a situation like that. When push comes to shove, you've got to be the one that eventually shoves. So
yeah,
it is what it is. I don't know.
Oh, if we have time, I have a question about
but go ahead.
Oh, the 75.
Greatest drivers.
Yeah. So are they only picking 25 to add on to the 50? Okay, it's
Yeah.
not 75 new drivers.
Yeah, so they're not going to go, oh, hey, you were in the original 50. We're going to kick you out now. Sorry.
There's 25 better drivers than you in the last 25 years.
Okay.
All right. Well, Toby, we appreciate it. For all the news and rumors and everything else going on, you can go to tobychristie.com. Thank you
Awesome.
again.
Thanks, guys.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk to our ARCA winner from Dover this past weekend. That is Jake Finch.
That's got to be the wildest ride in the world.
That is your whole being in that moment is to do as good as you can. I'm a racer, and that's what I do, and that's what you do.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepperjack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more. 5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Race fans, the ASA Stars National Tour roars into Hickory Motor Speedway for an unforgettable night of racing action with the Tar Heel 250. Some of the best grassroots racers from around the country gather in the hills of North Carolina for the Thursday Thunder in the Foothills. Joining the ASA Stars National Tour will be your local Paramount Auto Group limited late models. Tickets to the Tar Heel 250 are available now at starsnationaltour.com. Don't miss any of the incredible racing action coming to Hickory Motor Speedway Thursday, May 25th.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. Live short track racing. Exclusive team content.
I bet, that's what they all say.
Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
Welcome back to the Bullring presented by Raceface Digital. Alan Dietz, Jez Ballard here with you this afternoon. And, you know, our buddy Jake Finch, we get to see him a lot at the racetrack, and he's wanted to come on the show. He's wanted to help color commentate for the Snowflake, which we're going to do all that. But I said, you got to win races. And I'd be doggone if he doesn't go out there and win the
He's like, all right.
Yeah, he wins the ARCA race at Dover. He's joining us now. And Jake, first off, congratulations. Like I said before we came on camera, I know we're proud of you, and a lot of folks are, and this has just got to be an awesome feeling for you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't really know what was going on, but it's pretty cool, and pretty pumped to finally get one done. So it's not my first one ever, but feels pretty cool to get it done on that platform, and especially that track.
You know what I mean, by the way. I know you've won races before. I mean, your first ARCA win.
I mean, yeah, this has got to be the biggest win in your book, right?
Yeah, I would say so at this point. Probably so. I don't really try not to rank them too much because wins are hard to come by in any series and anything you do. So try not to rank them too much. But this is probably the coolest so far, if I had to say.
We hear people all the time talk about how, this generation of racer, like their victory lane celebrations are underwhelming and no one has personality. And if y'all aren't following Jake, you need to. He is so much fun. He's a great time at the racetrack, and your celebration, it made me so excited because I'm like, because I just know how passionate you are about this stuff, and I was so excited to see. And Alan, I'm going to ask you a question. Now that he has this huge win under his belt, can he come in the booth with you at the Snowball Derby? Because that's all he wanted down in Pensacola in December.
Absolutely. The only thing I'm worried about now is that he's too big time and will probably say no.
Well,
hey, you gave me a hard time about it. I might have to give you a hard time back. But no, I would love to do that. I've always wanted to do that, and so now that I finally got Alan's approval, maybe I can get it done.
Hey, listen, at the Oxford 250 this year, I'm going to have the French announcer Bobby up there in the booth with me for the ACT race. How are you going to like that, Jake? You know, French Canadian and a guy from South Carolina calling a racing man.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I'll probably have to tune in to watch it, but
just to listen.
You can't keep playing with me though. You know,
no.
It's down now.
No,
No,
this is a done deal. This is a done deal. You're booked now, and
all right.
I may get you on.
You heard that, Jess?
I did.
I may get you on some of these other doubleheader weekends too. Speaking of doubleheader weekends, the super late model, you moved up a couple of years ago, and you got more and more consistent last year, but this year, the speed's been there everywhere you've gone, and I know you're still looking for that first win with the super late model, but I got to think you're pretty happy with the performance that you've had so far this year.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I like to say that we don't have too much luck. Hopefully Dover kind of turned that around for us. But yeah, Speed Weeks was awesome. We ran really well. And it still kind of felt like I really couldn't get over that hump, right? And couldn't check one off, which sucked. I feel like I finished every position but first down there. And so hopefully next year we can get one done. But going down there and running good gave me a lot of confidence, and running second to William was pretty cool to me as well. And he's obviously really good, and it made me, I felt like, look a little bit better when the next few weeks he went and won like back-to-back cup races. So I felt like that made me look a little bit better. But no, he's a great driver and a great guy. So it was also cool to do that.
What's the rest of your 2023 schedule look like?
Yeah, a lot of super races, and then some more ARCA races, obviously. And hopefully in June, I when I turn 18, I get to run a little bit cooler tracks. Not that the ones I'm running already aren't cool, but kind of those tracks that I haven't been able to run and watch a lot of people race. So excited to go to those places and see what we can do there as well.
Well, when you said turn 18, Jess's face just lit right up.
Alan!
Oh, man.
I hear you. I hear you.
No, well,
but
sometimes I wish I could trade places with you. I can tell you that.
Hey, in the booth, man, we're going to get it done.
Yeah, we'll get it done. Well, Bud, congratulations again. We're just super proud of you, and just keep up the good work and keep your head down and keep working hard towards it too.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the goal, and hopefully next year get another Miles with me. So he's been to a few parties with me.
Oh yeah, look, Jess, there he is.
What do you mean parties?
Yeah. See Miles over there on the table.
I took him to the prom after party with me because I missed the prom. So
oh my gosh, that is so fun.
I brought my prom date with me, and he came and he had a fun time. Then he went to school yesterday. And he went to the race shop. He's had a fun weekend. I mean, he's a little bit more famous than I am. I wish I could have got that more clout, but he's a pretty cool guy. So he's been hanging out. We ate dinner with him and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely cool. Well, congratulations. Keep up the good work, and I know we'll be talking soon, and we'll get that deal lined up with a snowflake.
All right, sounds good. Well, I appreciate it.
All right, that's Jake Finch, winner this past weekend. And one glad that we're able to see it because we've watched him grow here on Racing America.
Yep.
Coming up next, another driver we've watched a lot here. That's Luke Fenhaus. He'll join us to talk about Madison when we come back.
Ready to take your brand to the next level? At Victory Lane Design, we can help. If you are looking for a professional website, cutting-edge logo, a hero card that separates you from the pack, or video production to keep you connected with your fans, then check out VictoryLaneDesign.com, where winning counts. 5-Star Bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-Star.
Hey gang, join Scott Hansen, myself, and a host of other drivers on what will be the largest short track party at sea. Sail Eastern Caribbean on the Norwegian Encore January 7th to the 14th of 2024. Enjoy unlimited drinks, a special question and answer session, and have a chance at racing Scott and myself on the go-kart track. Call Mark at Memories Travel at 262-527-1341 or visit mymmtravel.com and click on the link to Bickle's Bon Voyage link for information.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety, providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sports cars drivers. From grassroots to professional racers, HMS Motorsport has over 25 years' experience outfitting drivers with the best gear on the market. Equipped with first-hand product knowledge, our experts are ready to help you select the best harness belts, seats, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. HMS is even the exclusive importer for Schroed belts, Schubert helmets, and Valero base layers. Visit one of our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us online at hmsmotorsport.com, where you can learn the details of our products and order online. Safety starts here.
Glad to have you back here with us on the Bullring. Alan and Jess here with you. And of course, we're talking about a lot about the ASA Stars National Tour race coming up this weekend at Madison. And you'll be able to watch it here on Racing America. And our ASA list driver this week.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, is Luke Fenhaus, another one of the favorite sons of Wisconsin. And Luke, thanks for joining us. We had Johnny Sauter on a little bit earlier. And I know you got to be excited about this race being at Madison this weekend.
Yeah, I'm always excited to go back home and race with my number 4 team. Obviously, I get a really good relationship with my team owner, my crew chief, all my guys. So it's always going to be fun going back to Wisconsin and to a place where we've kind of had good races and kind of bad races. So it'll be interesting. Hopefully we can, tune in what we've been trying at Slinger. Obviously, Slinger didn't work very well, but I think we're onto something there. So we're going to keep working hard on it and hopefully figure something out for Madison this weekend.
We talked to Joe Balash earlier with the ASA Tour about this entry list. I mean, it is great. 41 cars as of now.
It's off the chain.
It's off the chain, off the hook, whatever they said back then. And we got people from Wisconsin. We got people from Florida. I mean, truly, we've said it before on the show that it's one of those entry lists that you expect from a national tour. And I really think that they're starting to get their feet under them and having the entry list at these events that we were all expecting. So what are your thoughts on the entry list?
I think it's great. I think
I should have asked you if you've read it first.
I haven't read it, but I've looked through the names that have been on it, and I've been up to date on the post. And I think it's really good for this national series. I think the Midwest, I mean, they got really good car counts already, but they needed something for the Southern guys to come up and compete against us. So this all together, brings us pretty much together. I think, with Anthony Camping coming up, with Roderick, they'll be really good. And there's some other really tough hitters. So I'm excited for this whole series. I wish I could run the whole series. Obviously, it's hard to do that with a national series, and with a family team, it's hard to get everybody off work and to get everything, ready to go and to be competitive to go to those races. It's hard to do that. So I'm excited to go to Madison, excited to compete against some of those guys, and it's going to be a good show.
With your experience there at Madison, for somebody that maybe has never seen a race at Madison, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as one of the best races in the West. I think Slinger puts on a really good race, but Madison's like second to none on putting on a good race. And with big competition like that, it's definitely going to be a hard race to beat. They always pack the house with fans, and they always have good car counts. So it's going to be a good race. I'm sure there'll be some really good cautions that'll turn out to be a good finish later on. And like I said, I'm excited to get there and excited to compete against this competition.
You mentioned your family-owned operation and your team and how close you were to them. I think it's always interesting to hear what these teams are, who's on your team and where they came from and who it's made up of. So tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, my team owner, Done Right Exteriors, Justin Schultz. He's been around in my family forever. I'm past my time. He's been around, and so he, has built such a great relationship with my dad. Built a great relationship with me, and he's kind of formed it all together for the past couple of years. And then second to none would be my crew chief, Tom Ress. He got into my racing career when I was 13 years old in a Midwest truck, and at 14 I got into a late model. So then that kind of just kept going, and so now we're here. And all the rest of my guys, it's pretty much my dad, my cousin, my grandpa, my good friend Logan Urban. Gary's another good close friend that has always helped us. And so there's just it's just all surrounded in my hometown. It's the backyard shops there, and we all go there to work on the race cars. I don't right now. I'm in Morrisville, but My dad will send me photos throughout the week of them all there working on it. So it's pretty cool to see those photos and them all come together. And then on race weekends, we all go racing together. So it's a fun year for sure.
Well, Luke, we can't wait to watch this weekend. I expect you'll run well there, and I agree with you. I think it's going to be a super race. Good luck on the weekend at Madison, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again here real soon.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Luke Fenhaus. As we said, you'll be able to watch him this weekend in the ASA Stars National Tour at Madison. When we come back, we're going to tell you about the other races you'll be able to catch this weekend here on Racing America.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. Live short track racing. Exclusive team content.
I bet. That's what they all say. Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
National Super Late Model Racing returns to MIS Sunday afternoon, May 7th for the Joe Shear Classic 200. See the ASA Stars National Tour for the first time ever on Wisconsin's fastest half mile, racing for $15,000 to win, plus Midwest trucks. Get advanced discount tickets at MISRacing.com. ASA Stars National Tour plus Midwest trucks. It's the Joe Shear Classic 200, the biggest race of the year. Sunday afternoon, May 7th. First race 2 o'clock. Madison International Speedway. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Well, it's going to be another
big weekend of racing on Racing America.
There you go. Don't say she's not on top of it. Jess Ballard definitely is, and we need a big weekend on Racing America because
last weekend was
everything got rained out. That's why we didn't have any highlights for you earlier in the show. So let's tell you what's around the corner. Saturday, the spring championships at Anderson Speedway in Indiana. Now, check this out on Saturday. Citrus County Speedway down in Florida. Twin 25s for late models, sportsmen, and pro trucks. And then they're running their regular slate of divisions, but those 3 divisions are all running twin 25s.
What? I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So you might be watching Saturday and Sunday from Citrus County on Racing America. It could be a long night there, but it'll definitely be interesting. Then Sunday, we haven't talked about it much. I know. What ASA?
What is this?
What is this? ASA Stars National Tour in Madison. I wish we had some more that we could tell you about it.
We gosh darn about interviewed the whole field.
Yeah, I'm joking around about that. Of course, there's going to be a lot going on at Madison, and hopefully you can get out there and watch it live. But if not, you can watch it here on Racing America. And then Jess's favorite racetrack. Where is it?
Shady Bowl.
Shady Bowl
in DeGraff, Ohio.
That's right. Vors Compact Touring Series, CRA Street Stocks, and more. You can catch it all here on Racing America. And it's all, mostly available for subscribers. The ASA Stars National Tour, you'll be able to watch on Racing America pay-per-view, and you'll be able to watch all the others with your Racing America subscription. And I also want to make mention,
Wait, I get Shadyable with my subscription?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and don't forget racingamerica.com and Racing America on social. I held on you there a little bit. You had to hold that smile for a while. So I was waiting for you to go, but so yeah. That's,
anyway, social, yep.
Yep, that's where you can find all the information for all the great races going on this weekend. And don't forget, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Jess and Keely Dubinsky will bring you Cars Tour Weekly presented by Pepperjack Kennels and get you ready for all the action coming up Friday night at Ace Speedway. Right?
Right.
Right, and that's going to be a big show too right here on Racing America. So that gets you caught up on where we will be. We're going to take a break right now, our last break actually, and then we'll be back to wrap up another Bullring after this.
Five-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
National Super Late Model Racing returns to MIS Sunday afternoon, May 7th for the Joe Shear Classic 200. See the ASA Stars National Tour for the first time ever on Wisconsin's fastest half mile, racing for $15,000 to win, plus Midwest trucks. Get advanced discount tickets at MISRacing.com. ASA Stars National Tour plus Midwest trucks. It's the Joe Shear Classic 200, the biggest race of the year. Sunday afternoon, May 7th. First race 2 o'clock. Madison International Speedway. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Well, we appreciate you joining us here on the Bullring this afternoon, and also want to thank all of our guests, including Joe Balash, Johnny Sauter, Toby Christie, Jake Finch, and Luke Fenhaus. As we said, the featured race this weekend will be on Sunday, the ASA Stars National Tour at Madison International Speedway, but you'll also have action on Saturday from Anderson in Citrus County, as well as Shady Bowl on Sunday. It'll be a nice weekend to watch some great racing.
Yeah, I'm excited. And who was the last Force Compact Touring Series driver we had on the show?
Chris Jennings.
Yes.
He's won the first 2 races.
I found out, so he's going to be one to beat.
Yeah.
And I found out after the show, so I couldn't ask him about it, that he has an Elvis fire suit.
Yep. And
which, if y'all know, I love Elvis.
Yep. Just discovered Elvis, although he's been dead for the last 45 years.
I watched the movie over winter break, and my life was just forever changed. I did the same thing with Michael Jackson. Anyways.
Well, yeah, that sounds fun.
Chris Jennings has the Elvis fire suit.
Yep, and we're going to find out more about that because I'm sure he's going to win some more races this year. Again, don't forget Cars Tour Weekly, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on Racing America. And don't forget our 24/7 channel on connected devices, original programming, live races, and all sorts of great stuff for free on Racing America on those connected devices. So for Jess Ballard, I'm Alan Dietz saying so long. See you at the races this weekend and back here at the Bullring next week.
Hey gang, join Scott Hansen and myself and a host of other drivers on what will be the largest short track party at sea. Sail Eastern Caribbean on the Norwegian Encore January 7th to the 14th of 2024. Enjoy unlimited drinks, a special question and answer session, and have a chance at racing Scott and myself on the go-kart track. Call Mark at Memories Travel at 262-527-1341 or visit mymmtravel.com and click on the link to Bickle's Bon Voyage link for information.
5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance, the highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Get up on your feet, race fans.
Can you believe it? Right now, racing, in my opinion, is as healthy as it's been in the last 15 to 20 years.
Just wanted to make that first lap.
It is difficult. The green flag flies. We're underway in Milwaukee. Green flag back out. Milwaukee mile.
Putting on a good show, Hart.